All right, scholars. So if we are looking at Poplars, remember when we read poetry, we read it 2 times. And on our first read, we should, of course, gist and annotate. And on that second read, we should be modifying those gists. Because remember, we read poetry twice because it always means 2 things. There's always 2 meanings. And so reading it twice helps us uncover both meanings. Now, as I'm reading, I should be underlining and annotating for those tone and mood words. Remember, we haven't talked about this in a while. So remember, tone is how the talker feels about the subject. And the subject is what they're talking about. Mood is going to be how the author wants us to feel after we read this. So let's take a look. The poplar is a lonely tree. Now I'm going to circle lonely. I'm going to give it an underline here because lonely is a word that conveys the tone and mood. It has no branches spreading wide where birds may sing or squirrels hide. It throws no shadows on the grass, tempting the wayfarers who pass to stop and sit there quietly. Poplar. And here I'm just going to write negative traits, because in that paragraph it seems like it's talking about all the things it doesn't have. The poplar sees each neighbor tree loved by the birds. So I see a shift here. I see that it's talking about other trees now, and those trees are loved by the birds. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading that word. The oriole swings from the elm, its home. If I had looked up oriole, I know that's a type of bird. The bole of that rough oak above, around, hears the woodpecker's rapid sound as he works industriously. So I'm going to say other trees, and here I'm seeing a lot of repeat about birds. The poplar is a slender tree. It has no boughs where the children try to climb off into the sky. To hold a swing, it's far too weak, too small it for hide and seek. Friendless, forsaken, it must be. Here again, I'm seeing poplar, lonely. And here I'm just going to add, no kids are going and playing in this tree. The poplar is a restless tree. At every breeze, its branches... Sorry, I can't see it. I think bind and signal to the child, come, friend. Its leaves forever whispering to thrush and robin, stay and sing. They pass. It quivers plaintively. Okay, so here I'm going to say the poplar wants people to stay. No one does, though. They just ignore it. Poplars are lonely. There, that's repeated. They must grow close to each other in a row. So here I'm just going to write grow close. All right, I'm going to read it again, making sure that I understand this. The poplar is a lonely tree. It has no branches spreading wide where birds may sing or squirrels hide. It throws no shadows on the grass, tempting the wayfarers who pass to stop and sit there quietly. I said negative poplar traits. It sounds good. The poplar sees each neighbor tree, loved by the birds. The oriole swings from the elm, its home. Oh, okay. I'm seeing home here. The bole of that rough oak above, around, hears the woodpecker's rapid sound as on he works industriously. Okay, I didn't know what industriously work means. On my second read, I looked that up, and that means hard. So that basically a bird is working hard in a different tree. The poplar is a slender tree. It has no boughs where children try to climb far off into the sky. To hold a swing, it's far too weak. Too small it is for hide and seek. Friendless, forsaken, it must be. I'm going to add, it's not just lonely, but forsaken. If I would have looked up forsaken, I would have seen that that means like ignored. It's lonely and ignored. The poplar is a restless tree. At every breeze, its branches bend in signal to the child, come, friend. Its leaves forever whispering, oh, I'm seeing personification here, to thrush and robin, stay and sing. They pass. It quivers plaintively. Wants people to stay, no one does. Poplars are lonely. They must grow close to each other in a row. Okay, here I'm noticing that all at this, the first 4 stanzas are all about how lonely it is and comparing it to other trees. And then at the end here, it's about how it copes by growing close. Because I'm seeing lonely, lonely, lonely. And then it gives me this random fact that they have to grow close to each other. And that must be because that's how it deals with its situation. All right. So now I've just annotated these the passage, and now I am ready to start answering these questions.